All right, so for this, we're going to talk about run form. So it kind of builds. We're taking it one piece at a time. So the first thing we're going to look at is arm swings, and we're going to do it seated so we can really isolate it. So if you look right there, seated, bring it back 90 degrees. You see that person behind them, you have an athlete behind him, so they know that athlete can know how far to bring their arms back. Also, you'll see you want them to have their head up. A little bit of a bounce, head up, have them bring those arms all the way back. Tell them to think about like they're reaching and grabbing something out of their pocket and pouring it in their mouth. So here, now I'll show it to you at full speed, and you can see what it would look like. For this next drill, we're going to do the same thing, looking at arm swings, but doing it standing. You're going to want them to have knees bent, running form like you see. Just get a little bit of a bounce. Still have that person behind them to show how far back, but really this is now getting used to what it would feel like standing, swinging those arms. You see she's getting a little bit of bounce in it, and as they run, you have them looking straight forward that way. So really feeling just like they would when they run. So now we can see what it looks like in full speed. So the other big part of running, in addition to the arms, is the legs. If you think about it, your legs are your wheels, your arms are your motor. So now we're working on those wheels, getting those legs up. So really wanting to make sure we get a good leg drive. So you'll see here as we look and getting those knees up. For this drill, you have them stand on the wall. You say a number, 1, 2, 4, whatever, and they have to do that many leg drives. So you'll see as she's changing the number, he's doing the leg drive that corresponds with it. And you tell him you want to go as fast as possible, but we want to make sure that we're getting our knees all the way up to 90 degrees, toes pointed up. So we don't want to sacrifice getting the knees up high enough for speed. We want good high knee drive. So you see right here in full speed what that's looking like. So that's exactly how you want it to look for your athlete. All right, so for cone stride drills, we're putting it all together, pumping their arms, getting their knees up. You look, that outside cones closest to the wall, they get farther and farther apart. And you'll see when the athlete goes to run, their goal is for each stride to be at or past one of those cones. No, there is no one set distance apart, and you want each one to get farther and further apart. My advice would be to set them up yourself and then go put yourself through that drill and see if as you run or if your steps are, if it works for you. And if it works for you, it'll work for the athlete. So that's what you really want to do. They can either start in a 3-point stance like this, or they can just start standing straight up, tiptoes, fall forward, and start running. So you'll now see what it looks like.